welcome back to the Aggravation Nation. As always, I'm Tyson, and this week, you guys have never seen this actually. This is it's 17 feet, the deck's 17 feet. I'm thinking it's like 20 overall or 25, I don't know. Don't ask how long overall, but the deck is 17 feet. Anyway, it's my trap trailer, pot trailer, I call it a pot trailer. I don't know. It's a trailer that my grandfather built 35 years ago. Galvanized frame, and I just replaced this deck 5 years ago when I bought it from him. So, it holds 96 lobster traps, and that's stacked 6 traps high and the length of the trailer. I've come to a conclusion. I don't have the room to work on it in my garage. We're doing the bearings on it. And this door is just wide enough. A finger on this side and about 6 inches maybe on this side. Not much room. So anyway, we're gonna do the bearings on this because I redone the bearings, I don't know, 3 or 4. It's been a while, and I inspected the trailer right after I'd done the bearings. So we're doing the bearings and checking over the trailer before we have to use it in the fall. We don't have to use it, but since I got it, I might as well use it. So I bring it to the wharf and to the pot yard, load all the traps on it. You know, it's a waste of money to tow it all the way there when they got trap trailers themselves, but I really want to see it used, so I volunteer my trailer to help out my captain. Anyway, with that being said, we are gonna check the bearings and repack them with grease, and we'll see how it goes. So this trailer's 100% homemade. My grandfather built it himself, welded it. He's not a welder. He just learnt how on his own. And anyway, so he built the trailer from scratch and done all the design himself, and he shipped it off to Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, and have it dipped and galvanized. And after he done that, he finished the deck and everything, and he built 2 identicals. And he built this one first, I think, and one I bought from him, and my old captain needed a pot trailer, so I told him about it, and he bought the second one, which is actually bigger than this one, and that one held like 120 traps or something. So anyway, I bought this one, my captain bought the other one, and I'll show you how it's built. So here we have a hitch, and that's because he only had one truck most of the time, so when the trailers were empty and he had to get the trailers, both of them, to somewhere, he hooked on one, and he's got it wired with lights and everything, so if I wanted to, I could pull my boat trailer, which I have done before. Don't know if it's legal or not, but I've done it. Anyway, he's got the lights. He's got 5-inch by 3-inch square tubing or rectangle, I don't know. And then I wired all this myself. When I rebuilt the trailer, I rewired all the lights. And let's check it out over here. Now, one fancy thing about this trailer is it ain't got no axle. Or no, leaf springs. The axle is welded straight to the frame right here, and no leaf springs. Just a spindle onto a piece of flat steel and an axle across it. Same all 4 ways around. So it is a very bumpy trailer. You feel every bump. And then up here, he's got the tongue welded all the way back through and then to the truck. And then up here it comes like this, I guess. Anyway, when I wired it, I wired all the lights. So now it looks kind of cool, like a transport when you're coming down the highway during the dark. I use it in the dark, and it looks awesome when you're driving it in the dark. This is for the nut. Needle nose pliers for the cotter pin. And of course, you're going to need some grease, gloves, and a hammer. And believe it or not, This is all you need to change bearings. Or repack them like I'm doing. I ain't got no bearing buddies. The axle and the spindles are actually from a, I think it was a K-car, I think they called them, back in the 80s. This trailer was built in 1990. So, yeah, it's old. But it's galvanized and it looks brand new. Anyway, we'll get to it. I forgot the most important part. I got a 20-ton pump jack, which is overkill. This trailer, believe it or not, weighs 2,400 pounds. No, 2,420 to be exact. Sorry, I don't like eating grease with every meal afterwards. That's why I wear gloves. So I'm pretty sure you guys can understand what's going to go on for the last two. So I'm going to do them, put the camera down, do them, and then we're going to check out the lights, see if they all work, and if they don't, we might have to do some tweaks. Alright, so I'm still not done the bearings, but I need new ones in the driver's side front axle. When I went into it, I forgot about these, but I want to know if you guys, if you're a mechanic, if you ever seen this plastic like plastic bearings. I forgot when I bought it for my grandfather and we were redoing the deck, we checked the bearings and I forgot about the plastic ones. And so these, I don't trust them no more because the plastic is very, it's not brittle, but it stretches easily. And the balls, the ball bearing, I don't know, the little ball things, I don't think have a hard time getting out. So I'm going to replace them just to be on the safe side. I broke the cotter pin, so it gives me a good excuse to get a new bearing for that tire. So anyway, I'll see you guys when I get back. So now we are much later in the day because I had so much trouble looking for the bearings, and we got my trusty helping hand here, my daughter. And so this is the bearings that I had trouble. It's BR16 and a BR39 is what I needed, but nobody in my community, and plus the dust seal, nobody in my community had them on hand. So I had to drive 20 minutes to the next community to grab a few bearings. Unfortunately, they could have ordered it in my own community, but then I'd have to wait 8, 9, 10 days to get them. So I just made the 20-minute drive, and luckily they had the parts. So we're gonna get these parts on these last bearings, and well, get these bearings on the spindle. All right, so we've got all 4 bearings, all 4 hubs taken care of. We've got all the bearings checked over. We replaced 2 that were plastic, which I will get right now to show you. Here's what was on for bearings with the plastic. So I really wanted to get rid of them now because the plastic you can probably see is wearing. And then I needed a new dust seal too. So unfortunately, my trailer, it's probably the plug with the lights. I have some trouble with the lights with the trailer, and I'm suspecting it's the plug in itself because none of the lights work. Not reverse, park, signals, brakes, nothing works. And the daytime lights don't work. And when I shake it's got something bouncing around in there, so I don't know if it's dirt or if this is toast, but I'm gonna open it up and take a little peek before I wonder any longer. So I'll see you guys in a bit. So as I dig into this, my real concern is that what has gone on is that there's water damage or some sort of issue that would lead to it. So as I opened it, it was right rusty and crusty, and it looked like there was water damage. So, and one of the screws were stripped, so I struggled to get it off, but I did end up replacing the plug. I found the culprit, I think, to the lights not working. And it's this ground wire here. I took it as it was just the tape broken. So it's the actual wire that's broke. And so I'm gonna strip this, clean it up, and put new wire and put 2 butt connectors to connect them together. But I've cleaned up every ground, and I've messed with the plug a bunch, and then I looked at this, I was like, yeah, I guarantee it's that. And I'm so upset, I spent like hours on it. So I am very, very, very happy right now. I have been banging my head against the wall for hours now, thinking that I'm the dumbest guy, I can't figure it out. I've got it right here. I just put a black piece because I don't have no white, and I left a bunch of extra so that way I can just fold it in there and tape it right nice. And that's how this whole trailer's done. It's taped right up. It's the back end of it. Got an LED strip and a regular strip. That's why this one's brighter. And that light is brighter than this one for some reason, and I can't figure it out. So then on the side we got 1 marker light, and over here we have the other marker light, which those marker lights do nothing, but I had them, so I might as well wire them. So that's why I put the ones across the front here. Those lights underneath, really, you don't see them at night. You can see the glow in the truck, but when you're traffic coming towards me, you can't see the sides. So I decided to put those front ones for that very reason.
because this trailer is the maximum allowable width that they have in Nova Scotia for width of a vehicle. And I think it's like 102 inches wide. I think it's like 8.5 feet. I'm not sure. But it is the maximum allowable width of a trailer. I think. That's what I searched when I built the trailer, because I wanted to build as wide as I could, so that way I could fit as much stuff as I could. So you guys might be wondering why the door's shut and there's nothing going on no more. That's because I took the trailer back to where I store it, and I just wanted to film and be crystal clear with you guys about this giveaway. So if you guys are still not sure how this giveaway works, I want to be crystal clear with you guys how it works. So with the giveaway, I'm going to do 1,000 subscribers, as I've been saying. Once I hit that goal, every one of my subscribers will be entered to win a hat, just like this one right here, with my logo, and it's just a normal ball cap. So once I hit 1,000 subscribers, you guys will be entered, all my subscribers. But there is a bit of an issue with that. That being said, it's not an issue. People that have their privacy settings on private, I totally understand it. You guys don't have to make it public, but in order to get entered for the giveaway, that's how I'm doing it. So here on the Aggravation Nation YouTube channel, I can see that there's 455 subscribers, but I can't see who they are unless their settings are public. So right here, I got see your subscribers, and then I can scroll up and down, and there's only about 100 people that I can see are subscribed. So what you guys can do is comment on a video and just say I subscribed or I'm subscribed, just so I know that you are subscribed. Like, I have people who are closer to me that sent me screenshots of their screen to say that they were subscribed. You guys could win a hat just like this with my logo on it, and all you guys got to do is press a button and you're entered. So if I cleared up some stuff, I hope I did. Please like, share, and subscribe for your chance to win a hat. With that being said, my name's Tyson. This is the Aggravation Nation. Have a good day.